The following BLTV program is brought to you by O'Flaherty Law. Please enjoy.
Welcome to Learn About Law. My name is Kevin O'Flaherty from O'Flaherty Law, and today we're going to explain how to transfer a child support case to a different state. We're also going to talk about specifically the procedure for transferring a case to Illinois for either the purpose of modifying a child support order or enforcing one. So let's first talk about when a case has to be transferred. The general rule is that only one child support order can be in existence at any given time. So if there's multiple states entering child support orders, those will be unified into one order in one state. You can't have multiple states that have jurisdiction over the same child support case. So that usually starts out being the home state of the child, but a child support case is typically moved to a different state when all of the parents and the child move out of the original state and one of the parties wants to modify the order. Maybe not everybody wants to go back to the original state that they all lived in every time they want to change the child support order, so they can seek to move the order to a different state. And they can move the order to any state that has personal jurisdiction over the other party. So if you have both parents and the child living in Illinois, and the mother and the child move to Indiana, and the father moves to Ohio, and the father wants to modify the child support order, he can file a case in Indiana where the mother and the child move. If the mother wants to modify the child support order, she can file a case in Ohio where the father moves. So whoever doesn't want to modify the order can transfer the case to the state where the other party lives. So that's really the only time you actually transfer a case is when everybody's moved away and one of the parties is seeking to actually change the child support amounts based on changed circumstances. The other situation we have is when one of the parties moves away, usually the person who's responsible for paying child support moves away and stops paying child support. Well, if they all lived in Illinois and the father moves to Ohio and stops paying child support, Illinois doesn't really have any jurisdiction in Ohio to force him to come into court or hold him in contempt in Ohio. So in order to enforce the child support order, we have to go to Ohio and register the order in Ohio. Now, this doesn't move the case from Illinois to Ohio. What it does is it gets Ohio to recognize the child support order as if it were an Ohio order, and the Ohio court system can then go and enforce the Illinois order. So, but they don't do that automatically. You have to first register the Illinois order in the Ohio court and have them adopt it for the purpose of enforcement as if it were an Ohio order. But again, there's a distinction between actually transferring the case and just registering an order for enforcement. And you only transfer the case when it has to be modified. So if you register the order for enforcement in Ohio, you would still go back to Illinois courts if you want to modify the order in the future, even though you can still enforce it in both Illinois and Ohio. All right. So that's the difference between modification and enforcement. Let's talk now about what you actually have to do to register an order for enforcement in Illinois if the order is from a foreign state, and then we'll talk about how to transfer a case to Illinois if the case is from a foreign state and you want to modify it in Illinois. So in order to register an order for enforcement in Illinois, it's pretty simple. You have to file about 4 documents with the county clerk, and the particular documents will vary based on county to county, and you can talk to the clerk's office to get the forms you need to file exactly. But first you need to send a letter to the court notifying them that you're requesting registration and enforcement of the order. You have to send 2 copies of the order to the clerk's office. One of them has to be certified. You have to send a sworn statement regarding any arrears, the accuracy of any back child support that is owed, the accuracy of that amount. And you also have to send identifying information regarding both parties, the obligor and the obligee, and any information you have about the obligor's assets in the state. The clerk will, once they receive this information, register the order, and it will be the foreign child support order will now be enforceable in Illinois as if it were an Illinois child support order, and then you can take whatever steps you need to in the Illinois court system to enforce your original child support order. If you want to transfer an out-of-state case to Illinois for modification, you have to file all the documents we just talked about, and in addition, you have to file a petition for modification. and you have to show in the petition that Illinois has the right to modify the order. And Illinois can modify an out-of-state order in one of two situations. If the first situation is if both parents and the child no longer live in the original state and Illinois has personal jurisdiction over the other party. So if you're the one seeking to modify, Illinois has to have personal jurisdiction over the other party. And we have an article and video about how personal jurisdiction works, so I won't go into tons of detail there, but most commonly it's the other party lives in Illinois. The second way you can do it is if Illinois doesn't have personal jurisdiction or both parents haven't moved out, is if all parties consent and the child currently resides in Illinois. So the child lives here and everybody consents to transfer the case. So again, to kind of summarize, what you need to walk away with is there's a difference between transferring a case to modify the order based on changed circumstances and registering a case for enforcement. And there's a difference between the procedure between registering for enforcement in Illinois and transferring it. And the main difference is you file all the same documents, but if you're transferring, you have to also file a petition for modification. So hope you found this helpful. If you did, please subscribe to us on YouTube, iTunes, and SoundCloud. If you have any questions, please leave us a comment in the comment section below the post at learn-about-law.com or right below the YouTube video on our YouTube station. And feel free to give us a call at 630-324-6666 for a free consultation. Thanks so much for listening.
Thanks for watching our video. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Click the subscribe button for new videos every week and download and review us on iTunes. Visit learn-about-law.com for other legal-related articles and videos. Visit our business podcast and video blog, seizeyourbusiness.com, and visit makingrealestatefun.com for real estate videos and podcasts. Call us at 630-324-6666 for a free consultation. Thanks for watching.